Oh, look. Oh. It was the wind. It was the wind. When you came through,
the hurricane.
The exhaust just blew it over.
It is. I was going so fast.
Well, all right now. Took a little break. She's going to get back to it. What I wanted to do is get really comfortable with it this size, the gates this size and this close, and then we're going to have it turn some circles inside the gates. Didn't turn her head fast enough, that's why she wasn't able to get in that gate. A little late on the head turn again. Cut herself short there. Turn. 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 Well, I'm telling, when I tell you to turn, by the time I say it, and by the time it gets to your ears,
right,
you should.
It should be time to turn.
Yes.
Okay.
It's really, as I said, no sooner do you turn left, then you got to turn right.
You said that.
So when you went through the first time,
right,
and you missed a couple of gates because the head turn was way too slow.
Right.
So you got to snap that head a little faster and a little further.
Okay.
No sooner do you go left, it's time to go right.
Okay.
Better that time. Probably takes the average rider about 10 times through this exercise to really get it. We're only on her 4th or 5th time through. No problems. Cut herself a little short there. Didn't turn her head fast enough. Turn. 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 I'm betting there's people watching this on YouTube right now and they're saying to themselves the same thing I'm saying. Halfway through I stopped saying turn. You probably said it in your mind. I know you did and you laughed. Good. Get involved in this video. Watch it very closely. Especially if you're having problems maneuvering your bike at low speeds. got to turn right. No sooner do you turn right, you got to turn left. I believe she's got it. She's really getting the idea now, leaning that bike beautifully. Probably up to about a 24-degree lean right now, which if you remember a couple of weeks ago she was at a 2-degree lean. This is an amazing transformation. All right, doing very good. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
We're going to add some circles to it.
Okay.
So what you can do is wherever you care to, I want at least one left circle and one right circle. The trick to the circle is when you pull into the gate, you want to snap your head and look back towards the center of the gate because that's where you want to go. Do you understand?
No. Can you show, or?
Yeah.
So, you can show me or?
Well, let's go to this one right here.
Okay.
Okay, so do it the way you're normally doing.
Right.
Okay?
Can we just do a circle around here?
Yeah. So now you've passed the gate.
Right.
So you want to look at the center of the gate again as you go through.
I got you. Okay. Oh, just one circle?
Just one, yeah, well, that's a circle and a half is what it amounts to. But I want at least one to the left and one to the right. You don't have to do every one of them unless you feel like it. If you want to do every one of them, that's
Okay.
fine too,
And then one
because
to the right.
you're the only one here. There's nobody to hit. Nobody's waiting for you.
Okay.
But the same thing with the right. As soon as you get in, and if you want to look back at the green cone, that's fine as well.
Right.
But you ideally want to look about in the center of the circle. As soon as you go through the gate, you want to look back to where you just came from. So there, now you won't be able to see it until you get about a little bit further. So that turn is going to be wider than what you just made there as you walk through. I mean, if you could do that, that would be a full locked-in lean, but I don't think you can do that. So you're going to be actually out about, I don't know, 6, 8 feet or 10 feet from that outside cone.
Okay.
And then just look back to the center.
Okay.
Same thing to the right.
All right. One of each.
One of each, two of each, whatever you feel like
Okay,
it.
at least one of each.
This is America. You do it the way you want to do it.
I like it.
Now, whenever you add anything new to an exercise, it's awkward at first, always. Not bad. A little duck walk in there. That was 2 circles. Just getting the money's worth. That wasn't quite what I asked her to do, but close enough for Chaz. I think she's a little confused now. Happens quite often. Maybe I'll let her use my GPS. That's a joke. That's what I wanted. Now hopefully she'll do some circles to the right. It's always harder to turn to the right for most people, as you can see there. I believe that's because your arm is extended quite far with the clutch and throttle when you turn it to the right. That's 2 circles to the right, no problem. She can do as many as she wants to. The more you do, the better you're going to get. Maybe some to the right.
Some to the right?
Yeah, get right and left.
Okay. Did I not go to the right? I thought one time I went to the right.
Yeah, one time you were circling the outside cone. You're supposed to go back to this between the cones.
All right.
But no problem.
All right.
There's nobody else here.
All right.
Very good, very good. Very tentative to the right. Normal, that's normal. If you watched the videos of her last week, and I only showed one or two of them, she actually was unable to do this exercise at all. And I'm not talking about the circle. She couldn't even do the left turns and right turns. So either she practiced the right way, which I think she did because she bought my video and told me she practiced, or it was an invasion of the body snatchers, and this is a completely different rider than one that was here 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to check the pickup truck and see if there's a giant pea pod in there. If you've ever seen that movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you didn't see that movie, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the original, then you haven't a clue what I'm talking about. That's okay. Probably find it on Netflix. It was a great movie. Nice, she's really getting good to the left. Very good. Sometimes I see that you're not keeping your head turned, so if you're making a circle, if it's a left circle, the head is turned completely as far to the left as possible the entire time. Same thing to the right. There's no straight part to a circle, and if you don't turn your head all the way like that, then you're making a bigger circle.
Right, right.
Okay? But we're going to now add something to this. We're going to go to the intersection, which right now I have set up at 30 feet, but I'm thinking I should narrow it down before we even start. What do you think?
Yes, let's do it.
All right.
Oh, that was the duck.
Okay, you are on.
One of the best tools to learning to ride a motorcycle, especially if you have a fear of leaning the motorcycle, is a bicycle, because it works the exact same way. If you're afraid to lean your bicycle, well, maybe two wheels aren't for you. But it's an easy way. You don't have to worry about dropping the bike, because if you drop your bicycle, you just step off and there's no weight or anything to it. So I'm going to run through the intersection exercise, and I'm going to take the exact path that I would take with the motorcycle. And it's going to look just like this. Hugging these cones. Looking for the green cone. Turn my head and eye. Now I look for the next green cone. Turn my head and eye. Now I look to the right. You want to try it on the bicycle, Lauren?
Yes.
All right, I'll start from the beginning. Green cone. side. Now look to the right. That's it. Just do the same thing with the motorcycle. Easier, less work.
We'll see. We'll keep this in reserve.
All right, we're now at the intersection exercise at 27 feet. Plenty of room for error. Weeks ago, she wasn't even close to getting this. And that's the shortest leg. Let's see what she does here. You could go straight on out and make one of those gigantic U-turns to get back in if you want.
Or a smaller one?
Or a smaller one. Now notice where your motorcycle is right now.
Right.
If there was an imaginary double yellow line, you'd be across it actually,
okay.
And you'd be hitting the imaginary truck. So when you make that turn, you better turn your head further to the right because that'll make that turn sharper, right? She's looking at the cones on the opposite side. She should be looking behind her actually as she's making the turn, but she'll get it. That was better. That was much better.
You hit the truck.
Yes, you missed the truck. It was you almost hit the mirror, but he had one of those wide load signs on it, so it wasn't your fault. All right, let's do it again. Yeah. So I didn't tell her to, but when she pulled out of the intersection just now and made that U-turn, it was right about 27 feet, which is what we're making here. Not bad at all.
Again.
Of course. Now she's coming in with her turns around. When she makes her right turn, it's a little too wide, so I'm going to stand in her way, see what happens. Hopefully she won't hit me. That forced her to not make the turn too wide, so that's good. In her way, she does better. That was nice and tight. That was perfect. She's very happy with herself. That was the best one yet. Do you notice I'm standing in your way? Do you know why I'm doing that?
So I start turning.
Right, so you don't turn so wide and cross the imaginary double yellow line.
Okay.
So when I stand in your way, you don't hit me, thankfully. So I'm going to have you run this through again, just like you did last time. I'm not going to stand in your way, but make those right and left turns a little bit closer to the corner cone.
Okay.
Once you, instead of making a U-turn to come back in here, go to exercise 2, the offset cone weave, no circles. Just run that exercise and then come back here. So we combine both of those together.
Okay. This one, then over there, and then through. Okay.
All right, I'm going to try to get Lauren down to 24-foot U-turn right now. Got that leg set up at 24 feet. It's just a matter of getting the head around. She's looking over there a little bit. You were eyeballing it. Little slower. Looking here. Little harder on the brake. More throttle and harder on the brake right in the middle of the turn.
So throttle and brake.
Right.
Okay.
Slip the clutch a little more. That means bring your revs up a bit while in the friction zone.
Right.
A little pressure up, a little more pressure right in the middle of the turn.
Okay.
And snap your head.
Okay.
I have a shock collar that I use to train my dog with. Doesn't really give you a shock, it's just a little, yeah, I guess it is a shock. But it works great on the dog. I thought of bringing it here. You did it once, show me it's not dumb luck. Over here, look. I think she heard what I said about the shock collar. That's why she tried to run me over. But I thought of bringing it. Obviously, I don't need it. You're doing just fine without getting shocked. The head is turning in slow motion. Snap that head. Look. I want a serious tip. Turn. All right, you made it 3 out of 6. And a little extra pressure on the brake. Woo! 4 out of 7. I think that's a World Series win. Yeah, I'm not a baseball fan.
Five out of
8. If you're getting bored watching this, she's not getting bored doing it. She's having a lot of fun. I think she's carrying a little too much speed. Now make a 24-foot turn up there. That was 25. You're carrying a little too much speed. That's 27. If you use 24 here, you can use 24 there. One more. Carrying too much speed down there. Hold up. You're going in a little fast.
I'm going in here.
You're going into your U-turn a little fast.
Okay.
So if you slowed it down just a little, what I like to do when I'm making the U-turn, if I'm going to make a U-turn at 8 or 10 miles an hour, I maintain that the whole time. I don't slow up and
Yeah.
pick up and slow down. So the faster you go, the wider your turn is going to be. Now, if you can make 24 feet over here, which you did, you were counting 5 out of 8 times, but then you went down here and you needed the entire 27 feet. But I could tell you, when you went over here and you didn't use a dip, did you?